to be in a room of some of the greatest songwriters in our industry is such an honor, and it's very surreal. And I love that it celebrates the thing that I love most about my job, songwriting.
How you doing out there? All right.
The individuals we recognize tonight have all elevated and broadened popular music and have made contributions that has revitalized and revolutionized R&B, pop, rock and roll, and dance music. And there's a lot of ground to cover, so let's begin.
I'm here for Elvis Costello. My hero, and I'm very proud to say my friend. He's a true original, and he takes his rightful place in the Songwriters Hall of Fame, the truly singular Elvis Costello.
I want to thank the Songwriters Hall of Fame for inviting me to stand in this extraordinary company. Take just one look at the list of former chairmen and current chairmen on the letterheading, and you'll know the trouble I'm in. Johnny Mercer, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Cahn, Jimmy Webb, Mr. Hal David, and that's before you even get to Gamble and Huff. This honor means all the more to me because I am probably the least commercially successful songwriter to have ever been inducted into the Hall of Fame. I look to my friends who are here tonight, my family, my children, and most of all to my beautiful wife, Diana. I will never be a good enough songwriter to tell her how much I love her. And I know I'm a very lucky man to do what I do. And I thank you very much.
Marvin Gaye, the great Marvin Gaye, was tragically killed over 32 years ago, but his songs have not lost one iota of their power, passion, or sensuality. Here to accept the posthumous induction of Marvin's behalf is his wife, the great Jan Gaye.
Marvin is with us. He's not going anywhere. He's in wonderful company, and I'm just honored on his behalf. It's a beautiful night. Thank you.
Chip is, of course, a great light and joy for our family. When he was 12 years old, he presented us with a song that he had written, 12-year-old boy. Faded blue, that's the kind of feeling, honey, I got from you. Faded blue skies, man, they came a-stealin'. Broken hearts come from broken promises they came from you. A clear blue sky comes from a love that will not die. And you broke my heart in two, and now my skies are faded blue. Whoa! I'm telling you, this is from a 12-year-old boy. I said, what happened to him? That he came up with that. You know what I mean? Is this personal? And my father had a different response. He clapped his hands together. He said, boys, this is a gold mine. This is really a tremendous honor, and congratulations, Chip. Come on up here and say a few words.
Hey, everybody. Well, thank you, John, very, very much. I am extraordinarily proud and humble to be amongst all these wonderful and talented and so soulful inductees. My given name is James Wesley Voight. I changed my name to be a rock and roll star. That did not work. It's a funny life, you know. You turn left, you turn right, and you end up someplace or you don't. And I'm here. I always felt when I finally got into business and was successful, at first it was the passion of why can't I do this? And then all of a sudden I'm there and I'm doing it, and I'm looking at myself and I'm saying, Jesus, don't they know I'm doing this with mirrors, you know? I don't even know the name of the chords I'm playing, you know. The next guy I would like to tribute is Chet Atkins. Chet Atkins is not only a brilliant guitar player, but back in those days, he was the head of RCA Victor's Nashville division. And Chet heard one of my songs, and he wrote a note to the publisher. And the note said this, exactly this. It said, Dear Jerry, the publisher was Jerry Teifer. He said, I'm recording that song you sent down. I have no idea who Chip Taylor is. He said, it is very hard for me to believe he's from New York. He said, but wherever he's from, I want to hear every song he writes. And that's how I got in the business.
Seymour Stein was ahead of his time. The great Seymour Stein, as chairman and president of Sire Records, an innovative label that he co-founded over 50 years ago. He is a visionary music missionary that spread the gospel of Talking Heads and other groundbreaking bands. He even came down to Georgia to woo a tacky little dance band called the B-52s.
It's our great delight to present the Howie Richmond Hitmaker Award to our friend and hero, the one and only Seymour Stein.
When I first heard the Ramones blasting their way through about 18 songs in a 20-minute set, listening to Blitzkrieg Bop and I Don't Want to Walk Around With You, I signed them right there in the rehearsal studio, and 3 days later they were in recording their first album. The song is everything for me. That's where the music business begins and ends. Always has been, and it always will be. Thank you very much.
This evening's Hal Davis Starlight Award recipient honors the achievements of a young songwriter and entertainer whose talents have already brought him success in recording, in TV, in movies, and right here on the Broadway stage. Please join me in applauding our 2016 Hal Davis Starlight Award recipient, the one, the only, incredibly talented, Mr. Nick Jonas.
I'm so humble and truly honored, and this marks a really special moment in my life among people I really respect, and I'm just so grateful. So thank you. This is amazing. I don't feel that I deserve this at all, but I will take it home with me, and it's got my name on it, so I have to.
I love every single Lionel Richie song that he's ever written.
We are honored to present the Johnny and Mercer Award to the iconic Lionel Richie.
I got in this business because there was a young group called the Commodores, amazing, amazing Commodores. And we did an audition for these gentlemen way back when. And they gave us the launch that we needed, even though the answer was no. They said, boy, you sound just like the record. We copied everybody. We could play Kool in the Gang better than Kool in the Gang. We could do everything. And they pulled us over to the side. They said, that's great, fellas. What do you sound like? Bing, the bell went off. So I want to thank these two absolute master songwriters. I couldn't have been here until you said no to me. I love you both very much. I am so happy to be walking around and hugging and kissing everybody. Oh my God. Who knew John Voight's family was a group of geniuses? I had no idea. I've known John forever. Wild thing. Are you kidding me? I'm going to have to say that this is the best night of my entire life as a songwriter. Tonight, telling you. Yeah, I know this may sound, but I am humbled by the presence of greatness in this room tonight. I am humbled by the fact that I am even standing here holding any kind of an award. For that little kid from Tuskegee, Alabama to now, this is an amazing, amazing step in my life. And I want to thank each and every one of you for inspiring me, for motivating me. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you.
Before there were books, songs captured and preserved our history. And Tom Petty is an historian. He writes songs about people and cultures and puts them on these really great rock and roll records. It's my great pleasure to induct Tom Petty into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
We are so pleased and we are honored to induct Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Let's hear it for them.
Finally, after all these years, I could be in that organization, in that sort of heralded, wonderful club with some of the best of the best. And I mean this with all my heart. I joke quite often, but my girlfriend has heard me say that this is the one that means everything to me.
I love Bernard. He taught me everything I knew. If it wasn't for him, I don't know if I'd be the band leader that I am today.
The place is so crowded tonight, you know, and I think that it's going to get even better as the years go by.